4 other games now in 3 weeks.
Shh. Stop talking over the intro.
I don't hear it.
Oh.
I don't hear it either. There it is.
Oh, did we even get the questions, Tim?
We did not get questions, so I'm gonna wing a few questions, then we'll have the chat fill in the rest. I'm gonna do some banter questions. Is it? Oh, hey, hi, hey, hi everyone. I didn't see you come in.
I'm not eating eggs. I'm not eating eggs. I'm not eating eggs. I'm not.
I will say that was a good inadvertent Cody impersonation that I did there. Hi, and welcome to Speaking from the Center. Now, you might be saying, hey, don't they do Unbox Politics at this time of day?
Yeah, what's going on?
The answer to that is yes, we usually do, but Mark doesn't love us enough.
Tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
He loves his wife more, and they're on some sort of trip or whatever.
There's always a Yoko, you know what I mean?
Right? So we're here doing a special Speaking from the Center episode. We're going to do a live Q&A. So get your Q's in, and we'll give you the A's. We'll answer any question, especially about Canada.
If you only knew how ridiculous that statement is, you wouldn't have said it.
And so the remaining hosts we have left are Ollie. There he is. We can't hear him for some reason, but there he is.
Oh, I muted. I forgot I was muted. There you go.
And as always, actually play a sound clip. Play his
Oh yeah,
his
that's
little,
right.
his
Keeping
little...
our elbows up, bud.
Yeah, there we go.
Canadians are reasonable, and we are polite, but we will not back down from a fight.
I love Tesla.
I love
and
Tesla.
and as always, super producer Mikey Famine.
Got your data, dumbass.
That one gets me every time.
So yeah, we're gonna do some Q's and A's. If you're in the chat and you wanna, if you're watching the show and you wanna be in the chat, subscribe, because that's how you watch the show and be in the chat at the same time. And then if you're in the chat, give us a question.
Yep.
I don't care what it is, whatever.
Almost all questions are on the table.
He called me a puckhead. Hi, Dave. Hey, Kay. Hey, Russell.
Puckhead's a compliment in Canada. Didn't you know that?
I don't know, man.
I believe the only questions that are off the table for Ollie are the 51st state questions.
I don't think they're off the table. I think we just already know what the answer is going to be.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
So, gentlemen, I have a question for you while the chat warms up over there.
Okay, what you got?
What is the one food that you would never eat?
Brussels sprouts.
Turnips.
Brussels sprouts, and you guys don't like your vegetables? What's going on over here?
Those aren't vegetables. Those are garbage food, and they should go to the animals where they belong. I'm not eating that. They're disgusting. Disgusting.
Brussels sprouts and turnips. All right. I got.
What about you, douche canoe?
Anchovies.
What's wrong with anchovies? They're great on a Caesar salad.
They are salty and gross.
What's wrong with salt?
There's nothing. Listen, there's
Is it
nothing
too?
wrong with salt.
Are sardines spicy
but
for you,
salted
Tim?
fish is gross.
Are they too spicy?
No, salted
I've
cured
never
fish
had-
is gross.
So I don't know what they're like. I'll be honest with you. Never had anchovies. And mushrooms is a close second, Russell, for me.
Your mic is weird.
My mic is weird.
Yeah, it sounds like you're far away.
Arg. Let me check.
Yeah, Russell in the chat says mushrooms,
Yeah,
and Simply
I'm good.
Secular Dave says love tiny cabbages.
No, that dude, cabbage is already like, ugh. It's just evil lettuce.
Mikey, you ain't never had like oven roasted Brussels sprouts with some like balsamic
see that-
vinaigrette?
Yeah, but is that how you ate them growing up?
No, they were boiled.
Exactly. They gave you frozen ones that were boiled, and they were bitter and too chewy. Just disgusting. Disgusting.
I would say, to be fair, I'm sorry,
Like
Ali.
fixed?
There you go.
The older generations, they don't know how to cook.
That is
I don't know how to
factual.
fucking cook. I'll tell you that right up front.
That is factual.
They
I
didn't
don't
know what
fucking clue.
seasoning was.
Everything was
But-
too spicy. Look at this black pepper. So spicy.
I was agreeing with Russell there about mushrooms, but I couldn't say mushrooms because I'll eat magic mushrooms. So
I'll eat the right type of mushrooms.
yeah,
Steam them with garlic butter with an X cut on the base.
just magic mushrooms dried out. You can crumble them up and just mix them in with like a yogurt or a pudding pop or something like that. You'll eat them right quick. They're good. You
Did
won't
you-
even taste the mushrooms.
Did you read Casing? I saw a thing about Brussels sprouts the other day. Did you read that? They've actually gotten better since we were kids. Some guy in the 90s did a whole thing to crossbreed them and make them taste better. I'm telling you, they were like eating little
Yeah.
like pine bushes. They were disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. None of this cut in half, drizzled with bacon fat, and then a balsamic reduction to pour over. I'm like, dude,
I mean, that's how they're best.
yeah, I bet it does fucking taste good. But did they give that to us? No.
Yeah,
No, they didn't.
No, you know, the Brussels
boiled.
sprouts themselves don't taste good in that situation. It's all the stuff they've added on top of it just hides the taste of the Brussels sprouts. That's all
Right.
it is.
Like if you douse it in ketchup, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
all you're going to taste is fucking ketchup.
Right.
We do have a question in the chat, and I think this one is directed towards Ali.
boy.
Russell in the chat says, I've not tried magic mushrooms. Do they taste like normal mushrooms?
Oh fuck! I don't know what normal mushrooms really taste like, so I can't tell you. I don't really.
I was
Eat.
about to
They're-
say he's never had them.
Yeah, normal mushrooms are very earthy. They have
Yeah.
like a almost savory taste. Like, so you can substitute like some mushrooms for like meats.
Yeah,
That's how they
earthy is a
taste.
good way to describe them. Yeah, a sour, earthy taste.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I remember once years and years and years ago having a bread bag full of mushrooms and making we were having a Halloween party and we made like a massive bowl of chili, and that's the mushrooms we used. Everybody was fucked up.
Ali and his magic chili.
Well, we had a sign over the chili saying this chili spikes, so be careful. Right? So we warned people before they got into it. There was a separate bowl of chili, pot of chili on that was not spiked for people that didn't want it. So we took care of people.
Um,
As you guys were all fucked up too. Like, come on, get in the stable, my little pony. Like, what the fuck? Trust a bunch of also rolling people to take care of me? No.
Conversely, what is one food that you cannot live without?
Coffee.
Like food or like just
You know, let's
Yeah.
say food or drink. What is one consumable that you cannot live without?
The blood of my enemies.
Well, Mikey is a vampire, confirmed.
No, I'm a barbarian. I don't drink it so that I can live. I drink it to send a message. It's not just a drink, it's a political statement, Tim.
me I'm a
It's a
meat
lifestyle.
eater, so like hamburger or steak. There's no way I'm giving that up,
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
right?
Ooh, ramen.
Ramen, yes.
I don't care
God.
how much money I get. I will still want tonkatsu ramen every day then. I'm going to put a tonkatsu farm in my backyard.
I'm gonna say the one thing that I probably can't live without is onion.
Oh, see?
Onions
Ooh.
in so many foods that I make.
Why don't you put ingredients instead of just fucking onion everywhere?
Like I got a horror story about onions to tell, and it's my own damn fault. But I was only like 4 or 5 years old, maybe even younger. I don't know. I don't remember it myself. My mother tells this story to embarrass me. All right. So she came home from work one day and she had a brown paper bag, And for some reason, I became convinced there was some good treat in there or something. And I told her I want what's in it. I guess I was being pretty demanding, a little shit at the time, like as any little 4-year-old can be. And I accused her of lying about what was in the paper bag.
Oh, that was a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. So she said, I'm going to make you eat what's in here. And I said, good. And she pulled out an onion. And
Wow.
I hated onions ever since. Bye.
Open wide.
I know Mikey's problem. He's like a super taster, so like
Yes.
onions just overwhelm his system.
And I have to get them out of my mouth as soon as possible.
Yeah. We have an actual question in the chat.
Mm.
Virgo Girl 0618 says, "What's the best MCU movie?"
Black Panther. Next question.
Ollie, best
Yeah,
MCU.
Can I have a moment?
You can have a moment. I'll say mine. While Ollie thinks. I think my favorite. Boy, it's tough, but Civil War. Civil War is my best.
Yeah,
Black Panther. That's Black Panther 1.
It is.
Oh.
It is the introduction of Black Panther, but
It's the sickest movie, dude. When he's chasing the motorcycle down on foot,
right.
oh my god! I was like, yes, true speed. Love that. Like when people run
Black
down
Panther's
cars.
in my top 3. I'd say 4 would be Avengers Infinity War, 2 would be Avengers Endgame, and number 1 for me is actually Deadpool.
That's barely in there though, dude.
Yeah, he's not. Deadpool's not canon yet, or I guess he is, right?
He
I don't
is
think
now.
I don't think he's
He is
MCU
now.
though.
Yeah, he is now.
According to Deadpool 3,
Yeah, he
he's
is now.
canon now.
So that's why I'd have to put my money on Deadpool, the first one, because that was a awesome movie.
We things we might have forgotten.
Okay.
Avengers: Age of Ultron. That one was actually pretty good. Iron Man 1. That was kind of good.
Iron Man 1 was pretty good.
It was.
Thor Ragnarok was pretty, or not Ragnarok. What was the last one? I just need
Love
a
and
poster.
Thunder.
I just want a poster. of all
Ragnarok's the one you mean, the one with the Hulk. That was the good one.
Yeah,
that. No, Love
Ragnarok
and
is my
Thunder was the
favorite
one I
Thor.
meant. Sorry,
Oh, well,
Okay.
Ragnarok was a better movie.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see
No?
Ragnarok? It's
No,
so good.
I skipped. I skipped probably about 6 or 7 of the movies. Like
Dude,
I'm not
when you
watching.
got Disney.
I'm not watching Ant-Man. You know what I mean? Like that's just
No?
not happening.
All right.
Ant-Man was okay. The one that I didn't watch was Eternals. I didn't watch that one.
I
I'm not
watched
watching
it, and
that
it's not really worth watching.
I ain't got
And it
time.
has no impact on anything else because they basically did it and then disregarded it.
I didn't watch
Right.
Thor 2.
What the
Thor
hell?
2 Dark World was bad. So you didn't miss much other than where it fits in the storyline for parts of it.
Let's see.
Right.
Movies. Yeah, I didn't watch
It makes
Thor 2.
like Endgame make more sense, right? Because there's big chunks of Dark World in Endgame.
I just saw the 4th Captain America movie, and it wasn't too bad. It was better than I thought.
Here we go.
Is that the newest one?
Yeah, the one with the Red Hulk.
Okay, I haven't seen that yet. So it's still in theaters, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, okay.
There
Man, this
wasn't a lot
picture
of
is
people in the theater when I
tiny.
saw it, though.
I'm looking forward to seeing that one.
There we go.
I was disappointed with the new Venom movie, the latest one. Like, not that it was bad or anything, I was just disappointed.
So some comments from the chat. Kay says Blade 2.
Blade
Oh yeah,
2?
because that's canon now. Oh, Star Wars. Star Wars is part of the MCU.
No, Star Wars is not part of the
Yes,
MCU,
it is.
though.
Yes,
What?
it is. Sure, it is. Why
It's
not?
under the Disney umbrella, but it's not part of the MCU.
It's
Come on
MCU
now.
now.
Kay also said the first Ant-Man was fun, and Eternals would have worked if it wasn't a Marvel thing / didn't have to connect to the rest of the universe,
Right.
essentially.
It needs to be, it's not the Prime Universe, whatever it is, 616. It's got to be a different one of the like other ones, because it doesn't make sense in with the rest of their storyline. It has to have a major impact on everything else that's going on, and has no impact on anything. It's like, come on. So I think at one point in time they mentioned in one of the other movies the end results of, and this happened, so now we have this. in one of the other movies. But
What about the TV shows?
Favorite TV show? Loki.
Like the Marvel
TV
Loki
shows?
was good. Yeah.
Loki was probably the best one out of the lot. But honestly, I really enjoyed Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when it was on years ago.
Yeah.
Because it was the
Coulson?
only thing that was on that way. Coulson was great.
Yeah.
Coulson was great. The last season was bad, but the rest of it was pretty good.
I was very into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. until fucking Winter Soldier happened to it.
When they did that movie and changed everything, yeah.
Right, and then they had to introduce the Inhumans. I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this. I don't want any part of that anymore.
Let me out.
They were really bad about the way they did the Inhumans in that too. I didn't really like that. That's not the way I picture them. So.
Well, related question for you gentlemen. How does everyone feel about Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom?
There's no one else available to make a fucking movie.
Right?
There's no one else left. He's the last actor. And they just had to pick him. They didn't really want to, but they had to.
Yeah. There could have been tons of other people that do it, but everybody wants him back in the MCU somehow. So it's fan service, right?
You can't fan service the introduction of a fucking character, though. Like, is he going to be in one movie only? Because if he's going to be a recurring dude again, what is the point? Like, just call it the freaking, instead of the MCU, it'll be the fucking Tony Starkiverse.
Yeah, I think that the fandom needs to like let Robert Downey Jr. go.
Yeah,
it's true.
He did good as Iron Man. He was a good Iron Man.
Honestly, they could bring him back as Iron Man. They could bring him back as Iron Man. Like with the multiverse, they could easily bring him back.
And the whole point, and the whole point was that they were gonna they already introduced Ironheart in the and Wakanda Forever. So it's like, cool, have some flashbacks where he's teaching her stuff and telling her stuff or giving her, you know what I mean, like mentoring. You can do that.
Yep.
But he needs to not fucking run around saving the day again. Like, dude, enough. He seems so irritated. Yeah, that's true.
Dead City says my fan cast for Doom is Keanu Reeves.
For who?
For Dr. Doom.
Keanu Reeves.
That would have been good.
Maybe.
A serious, like very stern Keanu.
Yeah.
I like it.
Like the Constantine Keanu?
Yeah. Or what was that samurai movie where he's just getting his ass whooped the whole time?
47 Samurai?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Or 47 Ronin?
Yeah, Ronin.
Yeah.
Or John Wick. A John Wick Keanu Dr. Doom.
John Wick Doom. Oh, God.
Yeah, but he would kill everybody then, right? There would be no survivors.
Everyone
right?
dead.
So,
no survivors.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so worst Marvel movie.
Worst Marvel movie.
Worst
MCU.
Marvel character is Black Widow. No, Hawkeye. Hawkeye is the worst character.
Oh man, poor Hawkeye.
Dude, he's not a fucking hero, dude. He is really constantly having to be saved. Like, dude, stay fucking home. Like, you know when like when Goku's fighting Frieza and then here comes Krillin's stupid ass. Let me help you out there, buddy.
Yeah,
Whoa, I'm dead. Yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy who runs out and gets hurt, and then the fucking actual heroes have to come out and save him. Go get on the radio or something. He can be the guy in the van.
Black Widow are both the same.
Yeah,
and then for that effect.
And then they had what was that? An Endgame 1 or whatever. What's her face? Scarlet Witch is there, and she gets jump kicked by a freaking demon, and then she just passes out for fucking 45 minutes. Meanwhile, this dude is getting fucking slugged around, and he just gets up. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yep.
She should be able to just destroy reality around that person, but instead she's like, "Oh, a jump kick."
Well, here's the problem: is that Hawkeye is fighting alongside like gods and super soldiers.
The Hulk,
the dude with a bow and arrow.
The Hulk, standing next to the Hulk.
Yeah, doesn't make sense. I agree.
He's just like Green Arrow, just in a different costume.
He should have been. He should have been hanging out with Luke Cage. He should have been hanging out with Luke Cage and them.
Yeah.
Not even Luke Cage. Luke Cage puts him to shame too, because Luke Cage super strong, can't be fucking hurt.
Well, Jessica Jones, and I'm just saying, like
She's super strong.
The Defenders, you know what I mean? But his bow and arrow skills could at least translate to something usable when fighting like Kingpin. You know, Fisk.
He could
like,
be an experienced mentor for those type of characters, right? Somebody that's been fighting.
Who the hell would listen to him?
But
I wouldn't listen to him.
You're right, though. His part in the Avengers should be as only a spy type of thing. Right?
Same, that's what
Doesn't
Black
really
Widow
get involved
is.
in fights. Well, they're both basically mirrors of each other. That's what they both were at one point in time, right? So
you don't see Jessica Jones like, come here,
he
Thanos.
Didn't have a movie. He had a TV show, but he didn't have a movie.
And he shouldn't get one.
So
Ant-Man don't need a movie either.
Ant-Man got what, like 3 of them?
3 movies, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
the last one is not good.
Well, the last one was supposed to be setting up the big bad guy for the MCU, but then they couldn't use that actor anymore.
Yeah, because Jonathan Majors is a criminal.
Thanks a lot, criminal. Why don't you just
Kang
not commit
anyway as
crimes
the
for a
big
couple
bad
of
guy.
years?
I didn't like Kang as the big bad guy anyway. So
Here, they should bring in Krang instead.
isn't that a DC villain?
No, it's well, technically, I think it's DC. I don't know if Dark Horse had some Turtles episodes, but Krang's the brain from Ninja Turtles.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, stupid turtles!
Anyway, worst Marvel movie. What's the worst one?
The remake of the Fantastic Four that they did.
Whew, those are stinky.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Those are stinky stinkies.
That was pretty much, I think, the worst one. The remake of the first 2 Fantastic Four movies were not good, but they were okay.
With Michael Chiklis,
right? Yeah, I think, yeah. But the remake one that they did with the younger team and stuff,
with Michael B. Jordan,
he was the only thing that made that movie even watchable. The rest of it was garbage.
Oh yeah, Michael B. Didn't that have Chris Evans in it too? Was
yeah.
He?
Yeah.
Or was that the other one?
No, Chris Evans was the Torch in the other one.
In the first
and then
one.
Michael B. Jordan was the new Human Torch.
Man, talk about some turnarounds. Michael B. Jordan and Chris Evans in the MCU.
Yeah.
And then Michael B. Jordan turned around to be Killmonger. It's like, guys, you have
killed it as Killmonger.
Which is why I wonder, why did you even make that movie? Why did you make the remake of Fantastic Four? Like, why did you even do that? Just don't do that.
Before.
To keep the property. That's why they did it. To keep the property, so it didn't go up for sale or whatever. That's why they're making another one. That's why they just made another one. They got to make one every once in a while.
If I'm being honest, I would much prefer them just like get some good writers in there and get into one of those Korean art studios and just make it animated, dude. Just start putting out some quality Marvel animated movies because we're sick of looking at the same people. It's getting a little crazy. It's getting a little crazy.
You could do so much more, right? I know special effects and stuff are great, but it'd be way easier to do it in cartoon. Do crazy shit.
And I think that like the boom period for
X
comic book movies is over.
Yeah, I think the fatigue has turned into full on withdrawal.
Like
I don't know.
People
I think they could boomerang back real easy because there's just so little going out to theaters that's worth watching. Honestly, if they just got to catch the interest again.
What's what's the word on Vampire DC? Batman?
Oh. Vampire Batman?
Oh, yeah. I heard that was in production. I think
Isn't the Patton dude supposed to be making another Batman movie?
Yeah.
I heard that there was another one of his, but he's in his own universe altogether, right? So
is he not part of the whatever that they were supposed to be doing?
No, he's not in the main DC universe.
He's in Snyder. He's in the Snyderverse.
No, he's not even in the Snyderverse. He's in his own alternate reality altogether.
No, see, I think that stuff's a little. I think that stuff's a little weird. Just put everything in there, like it's fine.
Well, people want to do like, and the Joker movies too. Like you have those two Joker
I
movies.
think
like,
he's in the same. He's in the same universe with the Joker movies, is where I think he is.
Oh no, I didn't like those.
I didn't like those either. They were
he's
very
not
bad.
They were cringy.
But keep in mind that the age difference, right? Like young Bruce Wayne's only 13 years old at the time of the second Joker movie, or 15 years old at the time of the second Joker movie. So he hasn't even become Batman yet. So and do you know? Well, spoilers for the second Joker movie. He's dead at the end of it too, right? He gets killed.
So what is the point of having him in the universe? Oh my god, this is what I'm saying, dude. This is what I'm saying. Like they don't know how to do fucking basic fucking storytelling.
No, he's the original Joker, and the guy that kills him becomes the new Joker.
This is so stupid.
So they're that. And I'm not. Did you at the end of the first Pattinson Batman movie, you see the Riddler is in the jail and the Joker's in the cell next to him.
Oh yes, I do remember that.
That actor that was playing the Joker in that scene is the same guy that's at the end of the Joaquin Phoenix Joker 2 movie that kills him. Those two actors they looked almost identical to me when I watched the movies. And that's a huge spoiler. I apologize to anybody that hasn't watched the movie that wanted to, but that is the end of those two movies. So
a little late now, Ollie. Late now.
Spoiler alert.
Golly.
I said spoiler a minute ago. Those movies have been out for over a year, so fuck
them. So in the chat, if you guys want, we're doing a Q&A. We like questions, and we'll give out answers. Some of them may not be correct answers.
Yeah, I need clarification from Al Tucker. There was 2 different Suicide Squad movies. Only one actor was really in common between the two of them, playing the same character. All the rest of them were different people. And
Weasel.
Like it was a totally different fucking movie.
Weasel's in both.
Weasel's not in both.
He's there if you look hard enough.
The one with Peacemaker and the Shark is the better one.
Yeah.
It's the better movie for watching. Yes, I agree. Yeah. A better story too. Better, like the way the bad guys are portrayed and everything like that is all better in that movie.
I honestly never understood the actual premise of the first movie because like that lady's plan goes to shit immediately.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really make any sense.
They didn't try. They didn't explain what was going on nearly well enough. Just left it to you to guess at what's going on. So it was kind of bad that way. I agree.
But Captain Boomerang was pretty good. I did enjoy me some Captain Boomerang.
I'm up for Peacemaker season 2. Whenever
It's
that
coming.
was good. That was good. Yeah, that was good.
It's coming. John Cena was filming it.
I'm ready for that. Even though and you know the funny thing is like my man's is like the only actor that learned Chinese just so he can like get all the Chinese movie money.
Oh yeah.
And he's a straight up spokesperson for China at this point.
Yeah, didn't he apologize to China for something?
You
a
better.
few years back because he said something or somebody said something and he had
said something
for.
about Taiwan, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, he said Taiwan was not part of China.
Yeah. So.
And that is the wrong answer according to them.
Yeah.
So we had to apologize in Chinese
to
the Chinese.
You know who else should be apologizing to the Chinese? Elon Musk.
I don't think he knows Chinese.
Because, you know, your man's has like his biggest Tesla plant is over in Shanghai. And he's just going to let Trump put tariffs on his people? On his Chinese brethren?
Yes.
I mean, you worried about what people are doing to your Teslas over here in the States. Which of them tariffs hit China, my man? Your Teslas are going to be owned by China. Those are their Teslas now. That's their Tesla factory now. And you cannot, you can't even fly back over here. Why don't you just stay your ass over here? This is our Tesla plant now. Appreciate it.
So speaking of Elon and Tesla, you guys hear that Elon is not so much in favor with the president currently?
No. He had somebody in his company send them a letter saying don't put tariffs on auto, right?
Yeah.
So He had to have been behind that. So, holy fuck. Jen in the chat. But Batista has lost so much muscle mass. He is so tiny now. I saw him in an interview the other day. He is like literally half the size he used to be.
Oh yeah, he did that because he wants to be able to take on more roles. Like, there's only so many roles for big muscle guys, and The Rock takes most of them.
Mm-hmm. So.
But yeah, he looks super slim down, which is good. I mean, he's getting up there in age, so like carrying all that weight on his frame, and being a wrestler for as long as he was. Mikey, what nonsense are you doing?
What the fuck are you pulling up?
Let me see if I can get it on screen still. Ah, that's me. Hold on, there it is.
We're bringing it up.
There we go.
What?
It's the Chinese Elon Musk. He does look like him.
He does look like him.
That's hilarious.
He's got way better hair, though, honestly.
Well, his hair is natural.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That is hilarious.
Wow.
It's disgusting, but it's hilarious.
If I was him, I'd be doing everything I could to change what I look like.
Let's see. There's a bunch of comments about wrestlers becoming actors. Dead City says The Rock sucks at acting. Dead City also says John Cena is mad acting and a fascist bootlicker.
He is. That's why we haven't heard from Jackie Chan in a while, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
China's like, no more Western movies. He's like, okay.
He's doing a movie coming up.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, he hasn't put out anywhere near.
Oh, yeah.
He's pretty fucking old now, man.
But yeah, he's still coming out with movies. They're just not coming out here.
Yeah. He started, he was in a Bruce Lee movie. He was Bruce Lee's, not bodyguard, stunt double in like a couple of those early movies back in like 70, 71, 69, something like that. He wasn't
a stunt double. He was he was one of the people that Bruce Lee beat up. That's not a stunt double.
Maybe, yeah. I thought he was also like stunt. Well, maybe.
What stunts did he do? He didn't do stunts, brother. He just beat the shit. He just beat the shit out of people.
Wasn't Chuck Norris one of the people that Bruce Lee beat the fuck out of too?
Yeah, that was a Game of Death.
That was one of the few fights Bruce Lee had where he didn't just instantly annihilate the guy.
Yeah, he had to rip his back hair off first.
So
that shit was gross.
And to hear Chuck Norris tell it, it was like, yeah, and he had to put it in the contract that he beat me. I didn't want him to, but because he can't really. But that's what Chuck Norris is saying about it, right?
Yeah, he would say that because he's fucking Chuck Norris after all.
Yeah.
Use a karate champ, but you didn't make your own discipline, so chill, bro.
Yeah, right. You didn't create your own fucking martial arts style.
You also weren't the best, the cha-cha-cha champion either, right? Because Bruce Lee did that too. His fighting style is actually like a lot of it is based off of the way his dancing, right? The way he moves, he incorporated it as part of his style. So,
favorite Jackie Chan movie?
Oh, Legend of the Drunken Master. Easy.
That's a pretty good one.
That is a pretty good one.
It's a pretty good one.
With the fucking bamboo inside the bar with the Axe Gang. Oh man, where he's using his shirt and fucking pulling the thing and making it a bow, and then he fans it out and gets all their fingers in there.
Yeah. I'm going to go with something funny because I actually like his comedic chops.
Yes.
Rush Hour.
Yeah, Jackie Chan is a good comedic actor. Like even his martial arts movies, like he's got some comedy in there.
There you go.
You heard what she said.
And even Rush Hour 2, the sequel was good. It was really good.
I like all the Rush Hour movies, and I will never apologize for them. Just like I like all the Tremors. I will never apologize for that. They're all great.
Even Tremors 4. Even Tremors 4.
They're all great.
Okay.
They're all great.
Outcast says Super Cop.
Ooh, Super Cop's good.
Yep. Tuxedo was good, surprisingly. Right?
Rumble in the Bronx was, I think, like my first major one where I was like, holy shit.
That's the first one I think I saw him in. Was it Rumble in the Bronx? Might have been the first one I ever saw him in.
Like long time ago on my channel, I did like a breakdown of like who's on the Mount Rushmore and then like who's the ultimate winner. I think Jackie Chan won because Jackie Chan's stunts are Buster Keaton level insane.
Crazy. And even injured doing stunts. Like,
right.
Do you remember the scene where he's on the hovercraft and trying to hold on the hovercraft and then fucking basically a water skiing behind the hovercraft without skis on and whatever like that?
Yep.
His ankle was broken for all of that recording. He had broken his ankle on a previous scene, and if you get a close-up of his, I think it's his right ankle, you can see he's just wearing some sort of, it's not a bag, but it looks like some sort of
it's a sock, yeah,
over his cast that looks like a sneaker. So
I say, yeah, we're gonna need you to just go ahead and get this over your cast so we can do the next scene. So just put your cast in there, and we will pull you behind this boat.
And at the end of every one of his movies like that, they're always showing him doing all the different stunts and stuff.
Yeah,
but they're showing
outtakes.
The blooper reels where he's getting hurt every now and then. You can see his, like, I remember one where they're moving around pinball machines and he doesn't quite duck down in time. He gets his head stuck in between it and the wall. Comes up afterwards, he's rubbing his head and walking around. It's like, yeah. He's really doing that shit and taking chances and getting hurt sometimes. So, yeah.
So,
suck that, Jet Li. I like Donnie Yen too.
I was peeking in on some new stuff, and it seems that Trump is rather pissed off about this whole text chain thing, the signal chat. Who do you think is going to get like the big axe from this? Like, who's getting
the mic dude?
It's Waltz. Getting axed?
It's Waltz. He's going to cut Waltz loose. Like he's been in his little underneath his little umbrella for like the last day and a half. But once he actually starts seeing how bad this looks, he's like, motherfucker, get him in here and get me a Diet Coke, and he's gonna fucking axe him, or he's gonna tell him, he's gonna make him resign.
Vance is the vice president. You can't fire the vice president.
He's elected.
I don't think you can. Yeah.
Trump would force him to resign. I think that's the most he can do. But if Vance doesn't want to leave, he doesn't have to leave. He just won't be around anymore, I suppose.
If he tries to push out Vance, he better start bringing his own water from now on. You know what I mean? Because as soon as Vance thinks that there's any kind of break in there, I would not trust that man. He already called you Hitler. He'd be like, I saved America and I took out that Nazi. I did it, y'all. You're welcome. Now I'm the king.
When's Trump going to turn on Musk, or is that going to happen?
I mean, it's slowly happening. Trump trusts him less and less, I think, because and he's even told Musk to like fucking calm it down, bro. You're making everyone look bad.
Yeah, he hasn't been on fucking TV in like a week.
That's true. They told Elon to stop doing so many interviews because he's a fucking idiot.
He is. And he's always fucking just out of it.
And notice how he hasn't been on TV and there hasn't been any new reports from Doge, and now they're coming out with all this new fine. They haven't been doing none of that because all this shit is made up. They're not finding any fraud. They're just firing people. You know, they're just red markering all over the budget. That's all that is. They haven't done any kind of work, any kind of investigation, and they don't plan on doing it. That was never part of their idea. They never cared.
I mean, I think there's also a good chance that Hegseth will get the blame.
I think he needs to be
dropped on him a bit.
I think he likes him too much.
I think Hegseth needs to be the one that gets the axe on this, though. He was the lead guy giving information in this signal thing, and
both of them. Hegseth and Waltz should go.
On top of that, though, when Hegseth got off that plane and did that interview after they already come out and said it's all true, and then continued to lie about it, it's like, dude, you just stuck your foot in your mouth when they've already admitted it.
And he just boldly said, and that guy's such a sleazeball, and I can't believe he would lie about... Brother,
so
everybody saw the other report before your report came up. So we already knew what happened. And then here you come saying, none of that happened.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen.
We got a question in the chat.
Okay.
Virgo Girl wants to know, who's the best president ever?
I'm Canadian. I don't have a good enough opinion of that.
Ollie, we'll ask you who's the best Canadian president ever.
They don't have presidents.
Yeah.
Prime Minister.
There you go.
That's
Is it Trudeau?
the one that just got out? No.
Was his dad Prime Minister?
I'm thinking his dad, Pierre Elliott Trudeau. He was in office for he was Prime Minister for 13, 14 years before he decided to step down. He handled some pretty major crises and got it through it really well.
5 book.
So, yeah.
So I actually have
John Chrétien was another one though. Was really good. I'm just thinking recent ones. For older ones, I really don't know because I don't know that much about older presidents.
So I actually have a book here. It's called The Presidential Dilemma. It's a very old book. And it rates the presidents.
Oh
yeah?
Okay. I was going to say Teddy Roosevelt.
Up to what year?
Up to Bill Clinton. Like I said, it's an old book. But it does have a scale for rating the presidents and how well that this person, through their research, felt that each president ranked.
Okay.
And let's see. Let me just find the table because he has them ranked by who's the best and who's the worst.
Right. So go to the best and tell us what it says.
How could you ever possibly compare a George Washington to a president to a Barack Obama? How could you compare those two?
Well, Barack Obama wins that one because he didn't have slaves. So easy answer.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is
didn't have a mouthful of slaves' teeth.
I was just trying to think of a president that was around 200 years ago compared to one that was around today, just because of the different circumstances.
If they own slaves, they lose.
But, yeah.
This book is only rating them on domestic policy and leadership, so it's not everything. But the greatest presidents, according to the book, there's 4 of them: Abraham Lincoln, FDR, George Washington, and Thomas Jefferson. According to this book, these are the greatest presidents.
Craziness.
The worst presidents.
Donald Trump.
And well, yes, but he's 1992. The book came out. Andrew Johnson.
Yeah.
James Buchanan.
You said Johnson or Jackson?
Johnson. Andrew Johnson. Teapot Dome scandal. Richard Nixon.
Nixon, yep.
Ulysses S. Grant. And Warren G. Harding.
I don't know anything about most of them, other than Nixon. Don't know a whole lot about them.
The chat wants to know where Reagan is. Reagan is below average with Zachary Taylor and Calvin Coolidge.
I mean, he's got to be top 5 worst. I mean,
Reagan.
Yeah, but I mean, most of that shit hadn't really sunk in '92.
Well,
he'd only been out for 4 years.
Reagan is the grandfather of the current politics that's going on. Mm-hmm. He started all this shit. So.
I think for me, I don't know, there's a lot of recency bias, right? And who the best president is, but I don't know.
Oh, girl, baby girl. Oh,
I'm gonna say FDR.
Social Security is a big one.
The New Deal is instrumental to modern America.
And now it's gone.
And now it's gone. And also, hey, he fought World War II with his bare hands. Well, before he was about to make a deal with the Nazis, so
Some people, or their parents more specifically, were like, let's just wait and see what happens. Maybe they're not. Oh, okay. We're with America. The Trumps have always been with America.
Ali, who's your favorite modern American president? Like of the presidents that you know, who's your fave?
Well, here's the problem. I really only started paying attention to American politics in the last 10 years.
All right, so Obama, Biden, or Trump? Who's your fave?
Obama out of them. Right? So
that choice of winners.
Before that, who can I think of? I mean, like,
you got Bush the second, Bush Jr., you got Clinton,
no,
the first Bush,
no,
and then Reagan,
no,
and Carter.
Carter wasn't bad.
I feel like Carter's a mixed bag, right? Because he had a lot of lot of good policies, but he wasn't a good communicator for them.
Right. Yeah. And he was a bit over religious on a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, and the Iran hostage crisis didn't really help him out either. Like, that wasn't handled well in the beginning.
Yeah, and if you go back any further, I would have almost no knowledge of them. So.
Yeah, and then his re-election, he lost 49 states.
Did
some shit. Yeah, like Reagan.
Was he only a one-term president?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Reagan came in and just swept everything.
Yeah.
Right.
The actor, the first time that they went with an actor.
Ronald Reagan, the actor.
Who is this?
The future.
So yeah, Obama.
Oh my
Nobody
God.
else really compares to that guy in modern history.
But see, that's exactly the problem with American politics is like the drone strike king is like the only good one that we can, you know what I mean? Like you have to overlook so much other bullshit just to have anybody competent. And that's the problem.
America's been doing shit like that for a long time though. It doesn't matter what president you are, you're that's the stuff that's going on around the world. And you're involved in it.
I mean, it's every president though. It's every president.
It is.
Most of our presidents are war criminals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Most of the presidents that you've had in office are responsible for the killings. I don't want to say murders, but the killings of hundreds, if not thousands of people.
I mean, it's over 100,000 in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yeah.
There you go.
So.
And Iraq we did for funsies, apparently.
Right. There's still 60,000 refugees in Syria that are like the wives and kids of all of the ISIS and Al Qaeda fighters. They've just been sitting there getting even more radicalized. So that's cool. Oh yeah. And when the Assad regime fell, they just sprung all those people. We have no idea where they are.
Oh yeah. Yep.
They're just in the wind now.
Now I'm not going to ask worst president because we all have the same answer, right? It's all
worst president?
Barack Hussein brown suit.
Grover Cleveland, right? Everyone.
Worst president? No.
Herbert Hoover.
All the Herberts.
Richard M.
Worst president.
Donald J. Dump Truck.
Let's all say it together. John Adams.
I'm with
What's going on?
What?
Don't forget, guys, it's question night. Give us questions if you want us to ask them or answer.
Yeah.
Ask Ali about Canada and what his favorite kind of maple syrup is.
Unfortunately, because I'm diabetic, I'm limited to one type of maple syrup that's Canadian. Because most of them are sugar.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
that's what syrup is, right?
But Steve's maple syrup is non-sugar. Don't ask me how. It just is.
You don't want to know what it's made out of.
And caramelized it, added some water.
Yeah, don't ask what it's made out of.
I got a bottle in over there right now. Go get it.
There's probably a lot of chemical-y names that you're not going to be able to pronounce.
I like how Ali's going to get it.
Yeah, and fucking
small bottles, dude.
New Hampshire and Vermont think they're hot shit with their maple syrup.
Do you even maple, man?
Connecticut tries to claim some good maple syrup too. I don't know how that's possible.
I mean, you're all in that same climate.
I suppose, but like
Steve's maple syrup.
Yeah, what are the top ingredients?
Product of Canada. So 98% Canadian.
Hey, Ollie. My fucking maple syrup's made in Canada, too. You're not special. It's called the fucking highway, dog. We get that shit, too.
Dead City says in Florida we use gator syrup.
Oh, I remember when me and my granddad used to go out there and tap the gators so we could get syrup every morning.
The ingredients are water, cellulose gum, natural and artificial flavor.
Wow.
I love me some natural flavors.
Salt.
What?
Sucralose.
Sucralose, yep.
Fake sugar.
Sodium phosphate.
Preservative.
Yes.
Potassium sorbate.
Also
preservative.
Also preservative.
And sorbic acid.
Preservative.
A preservative and emulsifier.
That is it. That is everything. In a big, it says gluten free.
Russell in the chat wants to know, what did John Adams do that made him worse than Trump? Anyone want to?
Made in New Brunswick.
Hey, I think John Adams was the president who passed the Alien Enemies Act.
Yeah, 1790.
You know what John Adams did? He was fucking John Adams.
This company, Steve's, has been around since 1898.
He was the second president of the United States. He sucked at it.
Adams was ridiculously vain, absurdly jealous, embarrassingly hungry for compliments, but no man ever served his country more selflessly. Except for that part.
Except for being selfless, he sounds like Trump.
What? Oh, there's a cat in here? What are you doing in here, cat?
Russell also wants to know, is there not a bit of maple tree in the maple syrup?
There should be, like little chunks. Then they have to strain it out.
Gina in the chat says, if you could live under any president or PM from the past, who would it be?
I have already. Trudeau and Chrétien. The first Trudeau. And the second one, I like the second one too because he legalized pot, but yeah.
I think if I were to live under any president...
Do I get to teleport back to that time?
Yeah.
Or do they come forward to this time and take over? That'd be so much better.
Because I would go back to Obama and then I would just buy all the fucking houses before these boomers could. And then I would make them fucking live on fucking, no fucking money for an entire generation and fucking put them in the fucking poorhouse. That's what I would do. I'd push them out of their fucking, out of the neighborhood that they fucking grew up in and make it completely unsustainable for them to stay where they grew up and made connections and bonds. I mean, I'm not bitter, but...
You know what? I'd go fucking live under Reagan since he was so good.
Yeah, and fucking just take everybody to the fucking cleaners because I'm old enough in the 80s to buy shit.
Yeah, right?
Unbelievable.
Go back there because I have so much more money than they did because inflation is so crazy right now. Just take some money with me. I don't know if they would accept it because it would say 2020 on it, but...
No, dude, you'd have to...
from the future.
You'd have to go find some of that retro cash.
I'll give you my future dollar for your currency.
Currency.
I don't know.
Gold. Just give me gold.
Yeah, take
silver.
Take back
silver too.
Yeah, just take some rings or something back. A nice watch.
Ooh, good question from the chat from Person Impersonator.
Hey, person.
Question: Musk and DEI Assassin's Creed Shadow. Why should the fact that there is an option for a gay storyline upset him so much?
Because he's gay and he's in the closet. I think there's a lot of like performative outrage about anything relating to the LGBTQ. But then at the same time, they all express so much like homoerotic behavior. Like they always talking about balls and dicks and sucking dick and fucking in the ass. Like, you know what I mean? Like they have all this homoerotic language that they use, but then as soon as a gay person walks in, they're like, "Oh, don't try to sleep with me," and then they just like get that weird look in their eye. It's like, dude, just ask him out for a drink and get over yourself. Like, you're not, just because you have gay undertones in your sexuality doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Just grow the fuck up.
I mean, we covered some of this in the show earlier. We were talking about Musk ragging on what's his name for being a bad gamer.
Oh, Hassan,
yeah. Like,
yeah.
Pun kind of intended, but Musk is just like butthurt about it.
For real.
Yes.
Arnold Palmer sausage, gamer. Exactly.
Yeah.
This man walks around trying to paint everything he finds gold. Like he's not some fabulous queen. Like, come on, brother. Like, you're not fooling anybody. And that's the thing with that generation is like they're so uncomfortable in their own skin that they just project 24/7. And anybody who's like in touch with themselves can just look at their deeds and actions and their words and just be like, oh, do you want to kiss a boy? Like, this is what this is giving off right now. Like, just go kiss a boy. No one cares right now. Like, if Trump came out gay, he would be the king president for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he just came out gay, everybody would just, oh, see, I told you. And like, oh, shit, here we go. But he's too insecure. He's too strong.
And fucking Elon is way too into himself as like one of the world's top gamers in Diablo 4. Like, fucking get over yourself, bro. You have 5 companies to run. Why are you out there pretending to play games?
I've played Diablo 4. It's really not that hard to get good at it.
It's not. I played as the fucking sorcerer and I beasted that shit.
Yep. So.
And sorcerer is supposed to be one of the harder ones.
So how do you feel about my RFK worm now?
Oh, is it colored now?
Colored, yeah. Can you not see it?
Yes, I see it. I see it now.
80s hair metal stole their whole vibe from 70s glam. Like, dude, yeah. Call fake outrage compensating for something. Yes, I agree. He needs to grow up. Yeah. He's got little cavities and divots in his personality. And then they just try to like paint over it with money or gold toilets and all this other bullshit. Weak ass little boys, man. Little boys that were never forced to grow up. They were allowed to stay immature 13-year-olds their entire existence. And now they're in their 60s and 70s doing the same shit that a little asshole on fucking Twitter would do at 15. Doing the exact same shit.
The only thing that Elon wants, and it's the one thing he can't have, is for people to like him.
Yep, he'll never get it.
That's the one thing he's always wanted. That's why he invested in Tesla. That's why he fucking builds spaceships that explodes. Like, that's why he's always wearing those dumb t-shirts and like...
I'm a teenager like you guys, but I have to wear a suit now, so I'll put a blazer over the top of it.
He's the world's biggest pick-me.
Is he? And then I feel like he's always trying to give off those fucking like youth pastor vibes where he like turns his chair around backwards. Like he's that guy. And everybody hates that guy.
Yeah.
That guy's so phony and bullshit. Whatever.
Like he's the world's biggest poser. That's all he cares about is people like him and think he's cool. And he's just not.
Dave says he'll like him for 50 million.
Yeah.
Yep. You know what? I would too. 50 million? Sure. Okay. Why not?
I'll like him for 50 million.
If I had $50 million, I'd be able to insulate myself from all the damage he's going to do. Right?
You guys are weak. I'm holding out for 50 billion. Fuck.
50
billion. That's...
There you go.
You might not have that money soon, Mikey.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to have to really think about whether he wants me to think he's cool or not. He's going to have to weigh his options.
Doxing anybody, just shout out to the little girl next door that lives in that trailer next door. She's the one that gave me the green pencil crayon so that I could color this thing in.
Aw.
She was nice. I was outside playing with the dog today, and she was outside playing with her dog. And I said, hey, you didn't have a green crayon, would you? And she came over to the house a little while later and gave me one. So,
I'm not sure that I can just let you keep walking past the fact that you keep calling colored pencils
Oh,
pencil
yeah.
crayons or whatever
They're
you keep
not
saying.
pencil crayons.
I don't know
They
what
They
this
are
is. I don't know.
pencils.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what she handed you. That is a colored pencil.
That's a
Don't-
crayon.
Don't do this fucking British thing where words mean different things. It's not cool.
Then they'll start sticking U's and words that don't need them. It's like
Dave,
47
back me
U's
up,
in
it's
color.
Pencil crayon, right?
Dave, don't no. It's a colored pencil.
Pencil crayons. See?
Oh my God, Dave.
And he's on the other coast, so you know it's all across the country.
Just wrong. Just factually
Even Gina
wrong.
says it's a pencil
There you
crayon.
go.
What is going on here?
Jen's got it right. Why are you disrespecting pencils of color like that? Gotta stand up for the POCs.
I would very much like to 1v1 Elon and even like a game I'm not that good at, like Call of Duty or some shit, or Halo. Like, I would totally. He's terrible.
Dog walk him.
Yeah, I would tell him like pick one guy to play with, and me and Mikey will tear him up.
Dude, I could beat him in whatever the fuck he's got over there. I'm fairly confident in that. Best of 5. Yeah. Best of 5 Russian roulette. He can go first.
Wow.
I hate that guy.
Elon Musk
It's
is so
easy
bad
to.
that he couldn't even win a TF2 casual match
TF2?
in Team Fortress 2.
Okay.
Or Dwarf Fortress 2.
Dwarf Fortress.
Dwarf Fortress?
I could out Fortress him.
Tim's favorite game is Dwarf Fortress. It is
Don't
it is a game that they made on a TI-86 calculator. And he was streaming that shit last year or 2 years ago. He was streaming it.
And I was getting views streaming it too.
That's true.
There's something. I think a game like Baldur's Gate 3, it's only cooperative, so there is no player versus player.
What's the point?
I think if Elon and I played that, I could get him killed, easy. I would lead him into a trap and just let him go.
Ollie, could you beat Elon at disc golf?
For sure.
I got my money on Ollie.
I can't say for sure right now because of the surgery on my hand. I don't know if I still have the grip strength to even throw a disc anymore. We're going to find out here in another month, but if you would ask me this time last year, for sure. So
I think you could beat him.
I think so too.
He's bad. He's bad at designing cars. The one car he designed looks like it was never rendered fully.
Look, it was drawn with a colored pencil.
And a colored pencil. And his rocket ships are worse than fucking NASA in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, they can self-land the boosters or whatever, but that thing goes up and it just comes back in pieces.
Yeah, and the booster thing is something that his team figured out years ago. But Dum Dum keeps blowing through all of their cash by repeating the same experiment 65,000 times. Like, he'll, you know what I mean? Like, he thinks he can just like, let's just move the fin all the way to the other side. I know, just try it. Well, it blew up. It's like, okay, I didn't think that was going to, it's like, he doesn't understand like a thought experiment. He just thinks, well, I have infinite money, so just build it and do it.
Yeah, just build more rockets. They only cost $27 million each or whatever it is. He's got the cash in his pockets.
Yeah, but he doesn't understand that those are resources that take a long time to replenish.
Right.
When we went to the moon, like they literally had industries for like liquid nitrogen and liquid helium and all of the different, like we had facilities that were explicitly for the Saturn project.
Mm.
We do not have that now. So every time he goes and wastes, thousands of pounds of helium to keep all of his shit cold, like that is a waste, and that takes a long time to get back.
Yeah.
It's not just hydrazine in those rockets. It's a ton of different chemicals. lots of inert gases and shit like that.
He doesn't even understand how they work.
No.
Like, I think I remember a reporter asking him about the thrusters on the Starship that he was building, and he didn't really have an answer. So the journalist answered the question for him, and then asked him basically the same question a year later, and Elon didn't fucking know still.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like, the dude is an idiot.
He just buys shit. He doesn't know how any of it works. He just buys it. Like when those 16-year-old influencers get a fucking Ferrari. Yeah, go ahead and ask them to talk you through changing the clutch on that thing. They have no idea. They just say, right pedal, go fast.
Yeah, right.
They're not gearheads, as it were.
I taught my son to drive standard transmission.
I taught myself how to drive stick. It was rough on that car.
And now my son's decided and after that, my son decided to become a mechanic. Right. He was leaning towards it as it was, but yeah. When it was like, I first standard transmission he was behind, I think it was 12. Yeah. Sounds right.
That is illegal.
No, well, it was in a field. It wasn't on the road.
That is not illegal.
So.
You guys want to? I got a funny story for you about learning how to drive. So my dad was teaching me how to park in a parking lot. Doing the back end parking.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in this like strip mall parking lot. There's only a few cars around. And I was practicing, backing into the space, going out, backing into the space, and all that stuff. And I was backing into a space, and all of a sudden I hit another car.
Yeah.
The guy who owned the car saw me do this.
And then you drove away as fast as you could.
And he came out, and he's like, there's no other cars in the parking lot. Why would you hit my car?
It's a good question.
It's like, I'm the only other car here. You could have parked anywhere else.
Yeah.
But you had to park your little ass next to me.
So my dad had to explain that I didn't know what I was doing.
So we had to chloroform the guy, put him in the trunk, take it down to the river, and then we never saw that car again.
And I'm sure they exchanged insurance information.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah, that was me learning how to drive. I also failed my driver's test the first time.
Really?
Yeah, I failed the driving portion of it. I got 100 on the written.
Nerd.
Yeah, me too.
And failed the driving so hard.
Did you get nervous?
A little bit, but here's the exact.
What did you? I was about to say, which part of it made the guy go? You know what? Let's just turn around and go back to the DMV.
Well, all right.
I've seen enough.
I'll give you a hint. The driving instructor said, "What's wrong with you?"
Oh God. Okay. No, I failed the first time I did the physical test too, but I got ticked for rolling a stop sign 3 times. That was it.
Ollie,
no other
you can't
mistake.
roll a stop sign with him in the car.
Dude, you don't understand. At the time, the DMV that was doing the tests was known to just auto fail any guys going for their test the first time. 99% of the guys that did their test the first time failed. It was just that they just ticked it off, and it's no, go do 6 more months of driving and then come back.
Well, were y'all all rolling stop signs? Cause
yeah, right.
Pretty much that was pretty much the common thing that was just ticked off.
That's y'all.
So I may have rolled 1. I don't think I rolled 3.
They almost got me for the stop sign. Dude, leaving there's like a little speed bump and thing. Because I didn't take it's like in the parking lot, and you had to like go. It's like a drive-through or whatever. So you're like trying to drive around.
Street tests.
We were going to the street test, and he's like, "Oh, you're just not going to stop at that stop sign?" I was like, "Brother, I was parked here for 20 minutes before you came over here and got in the car. No, I'm not stopping at this one right here in front of me." Like, are we kidding me right now?
So, back to my disaster of a driver's test.
Oh, right.
We left the parking lot and we were going down a main road, And he was like, "Oh, take the next left up here." And I signaled, and I went to go take the left, and I was turning and taking the left, and he grabbed the wheel and swerved it back to the right because there was a car coming that I wasn't paying attention. So I took a left in the oncoming traffic.
My God.
So you turned into the oncoming traffic. You turned into the wrong lane then.
No, I was making a left. I was crossing the street.
Yeah.
To go onto it because, and there was a car coming the other way and
coming head on.
And he grabbed the wheel and he was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Turn around. We're going back."
Yeah, we're done here.
You're not ready for this.
We're done here. I had a great time. My test took about fucking 8 minutes. The guy was super chill. Same thing happened with my last test.
My second test, every time I stopped at a stop sign, I looked at the instructor. When I was at a complete and full stop, I made sure I looked directly at him and then double checked every direction and proceeded on every stop sign on the second test. There was absolutely no way you could get me for rolling.
I always stop and I'd be like STOP and then
the second time I was so careful, I was keeping to like the exact speed limit. And the guy was like, "You could go a little faster. It's okay." I was like, it was 25. I was doing 25.
Hey,
and the people behind me were upset.
Be mad.
And he was like, "You could go a little faster. The speedometer is not that accurate."
You're not finna make me go sit in that damn long ass line again. I'm good. We're going 24 and a half until we get to the next block, which is 14 minutes away at this speed. Nope, not changing it. If you guys could live anywhere else, where would you live?
I mean, Ireland.
Ireland's my top 3 for sure. Yeah, I've always wanted to try a New Zealand or Australia, but New Zealand more.
With the hobbits.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, I could also do like England if I had to, but Ireland would be the first choice. England, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'd do England. I'd rather do like France or someplace like that.
Be like Mike and Graham and Wayne just running around loose.
That's true.
They might show up.
British over there.
There's a lot of British people in the UK.
But yeah, it doesn't even matter where in Ireland. I don't care. The people are nice. They're not armed to the teeth that I know of, and they're chill. The Irish are very chill, and they're very helpful, and their country looks very nice all the time.
That's what they're known for. There's their calmness.
Ireland, let me in. God damn it.
He is glazing so hard.
Country.
He's glazing. Please let me in.
What about you, Mikey?
I think I want to go to like Belize.
Okay.
Go to or live in?
Live in. We that was one of the stops on our cruise. It was awesome. I love that place. Everybody was like super cool, and they actually got their freedom from UK in like 81. So they're a recently liberated place, and they seem pretty okay. They were struggling pretty bad after because we went down there like as soon as the cruises opened back up after COVID. So so it was on like half occupancy, so it was kind of like barren, and they were like, still hurting from the tourist trade not being there for a year. But yeah, if their economy booms back up, I wouldn't mind living in Belize. Everybody speaks English. Everybody's pretty and nice. Food's good.
There's a question in the chat, Jen. If you could live anywhere in fiction, where would you live?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I have to think about for a second.
Gotham City from Batman Beyond.
Someplace in the Star Wars universe, probably in the Old Republic, some era.
Alderaan.
Well,
Alderaan? No.
Yeah, I said Old Republic era, so that's like 1,500 years before it gets blown up.
I'd like to live on Coruscant.
I prefer to live on Pompeii.
Anywhere in fiction, man. I'm trying to think. My problem is that a lot of the fictional places I like are very brutal to the people that live there.
Don't say anything, Warhammer.
Right. Or like
or Halo.
Like most of the action anime, like, would you really want to live in those places?
You know what?
Because
Send me
you
to
could
Reach.
die at a moment's notice.
Send me to Reach. That's where I need to be. That's where I belong. Put me on Reach. The best of the planets.
I would say Middle Earth, but like once again, a lot of people just fucking die there.
Balrogs running around and shit.
Well, it depends when you're there.
During the Second Age.
You could go to the Golden Age of Gondor and be like celebrated.
But
much, right?
I mean, they don't talk about it, but you know everybody in that motherfucker stank, right? You ever seen them motherfuckers take a bath? There's been 3 baths in 9 movies. Them motherfuckers stank.
I have the perfect answer. The fucking Cowboy Bebop universe, hands down.
Wow. There it is. Okay. That's right. That is the correct answer.
No, what? No, huh? No.
The Space Cowboys from Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, Space Bounty Hunters.
Yeah,
Space Bounty Hunters.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
It's the future. Everything's kind of crappy, but there's spaceships and shit.
Like they still park their spaceships like on the edge of town and then go to the saloon.
Sounds like Star Wars. Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, but the Star Wars universe is a little too Death Star-y for me.
Well, it depends how close you are to the fucking core worlds, or if you're out on the Outer Rim, right? If you're out in the Outer Rim, it's all fucking pirates and stuff like that all the time.
The Hutts.
So, yeah.
The Hutts run everything. The Hutts are gangsters.
Yeah, they run everything in their territory. It's so big. There's all kinds of places that they aren't, that are still fucking.
I'd like to live on Arrakis.
Arrakis. Dune. You want blue eyes?
No, I do not. I would like
that would happen.
Purple eyes. I would like that.
Okay. That sounds like Dritz.
Wakanda.
Wakanda. There we go.
Oh, dude, Wakanda would be so lit. Oh my god, that'd be so. Oh my god, it'd be so amazing.
Okay. Just thinking of that, what I just thought of Forgotten Realms. To live someplace in the Forgotten Realms.
But D&D universe is like the Middle Earth problem. Everything's out to fucking kill you.
Yeah, until the troll horde comes through the village.
And stuff like that, and get magic items and stuff and do shit.
If you survive.
Yeah, if you survive.
Like I was gonna say the solo leveling universe, but like that is fucking wild. No, you would die.
Well, the problem with being
kill you.
The problem with being in Faerun, like if you like live there for like your entire life, the chances that some large or extremely large or gigantic flying beast would just pass away and could just like knock out your entire village, like you don't know. Yeah. Like, what if a dragon dies while it's flying over your village? It will kill everyone there just from rolling. You know what I'm saying? Or
that could happen. That'd be rare.
Or some necromancer dies inside the well, and you all get cursed or something.
Yep,
like, you know what I mean? Like something bad. Like you could get really bad. Like you don't have OSHA. You don't have Clean and Air Water Act. You know what I mean? You got slag giants just polluting everywhere. You fucking acid rain coming in. Ugh.
Oh, guys, we're all forgetting. The Star Trek universe.
Oh, we're in the mirror universe of Star Trek right now, aren't we?
No, we're just Ferengis.
No, we're in the darkest timeline from Community. That's where we are.
That's where we are. We're in the darkest. We've all agreed on that a couple of times, I guess. Yeah.
But the Star Trek universe.
Yeah.
The Federation.
Yeah.
Except for the time that the Federation are monsters. But the Federation.
That would be a pleasant time to live in, I guess. Although they face their own share of crisis. Honestly, holy fuck! Here come the Borg.
or until Q wants to show up and just toy with us.
Yeah, there's that too.
All these fantasy universes are very hazardous.
There is no safe place. The point of them. Teletubbies Land? Is that the only place that's safe? The backyard that Barney would always play in?
Room. Romper room.
Yeah. We got to completely dissociate from like any timelines and just go to a void. Like, the hyperbolic time chamber. That is the correct answer. I will live there.
Oh, the DBZ universe.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. Once again,
That
very
one's
dangerous
Caldera.
universe.
Yeah, maybe Caldera.
Caldera, I don't know what that is.
Nat One Heroes.
You watch Nat One Heroes. Caldera is the world that we lived in.
Oh, I didn't know the name of that, dude.
Yeah.
So,
Live in
but
the
once
cube.
again, that's just basically another Faerun of some type. But
Borg me up, Scotty.
work me up.
Simply Secular Dave says, Mikey, what about Halo? Would you have some fun with Master Chief?
Master
What?
Cheeks.
Master Chief.
Not Master Chief from the Halo television show, but Master Chief from the
Cheeks.
game.
I need a weapon.
Day one, they're like, all right, well, Master Chief's going to be naked. So
Let's okay, yeah, in the trailer, let's put his butt cheeks, okay? We need his his rippling butt cheeks.
Oh, wow.
I was like, yo, first of all, Master Chief shouldn't even be taking his goddamn helmet off. I am seeing way more of the Chief than I ever needed to see. How the rest of the troops going to take him seriously now?
They're not.
They're not. And it showed. Yeah, that was that was the Reach reference. Reach is the planet that the Spartans land on in Halo Reach. And it's a very long and sad, drawn out tale of
I didn't know
you're on
Reach
your
was
own.
the name of the planet. I thought it was the name of the ship that they got there on.
no, the ship
That's
they
the
got
Pillar of
there
Autumn.
on- Yeah.
Oh.
So Reach, they get there, and then nothing bad ever happens.
Yep, it's all
it's all-
moas and rainbows.
It's all great. They had fun the whole time.
George met the locals, and they were very talkative.
And no aliens showed up.
Okay,
So it was-
Definitely not
it
the
was a
Covenant.
very
Okay.
boring game.
How about the Jetsons?
No.
Nah, because climate change already happened there.
It was peaceful though, and everybody had spaceships.
He still had to go to
hoverships.
work. That place sucked.
He went to work for like an hour a day.
And he had
He
his
did,
car
yeah,
was
he
a
worked like for like an hour.
And then he had to fucking like, why was his car a briefcase?
Because it's a
It
transformer,
could be.
but it doesn't turn into a robot. It only transforms from a briefcase into a ship. It's for convenience. They're very minimalist.
You know what would be the easiest thing to do? Just like have everybody like if we're gonna make these like super crazy cities like fucking what's Coruscant? Dude, everyone should just work in the same part of the tower, but like at the bottom. So that way you can just jump out the window and then parachute at the last minute and then get to work in like 30 seconds. That's what I would do if I lived on one of those. I would work directly underneath me and then I would just take the elevator up and that would be my commute home.
You just described the Judge Dredd universe in the megacities.
There you go.
Judge Dredd universe. All right. All right. Different question, but same sort of realm.
It was a Tesla.
I love Tesla.
I love Tesla.
Such an idiot.
So, if you could get powers from any universe,
now we're
what would
talking
it
about
be?
like I know Ollie's power is gonna be like, I want the power that lets me absorb powers. And then I can be the superpower. Power
So
on
Rogue?
power on power. But Rogue had some downsides to that shit.
yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't all ice cream and rainbows. It was
What's that about being the Beyonder? What? Okay.
Yeah,
Beyonder.
exactly. I think entry level, I wouldn't mind Luke Cage's shit.
Yeah, that's not too. Yeah, Luke Cage is pretty good.
Because I'm not trying to be like no motherfucking like superhero where I gotta like I can't game or anything
So,
like, you know what I mean? I just gotta
you're
dedicate
talking-
myself on a mountain to fucking just watch and listen to all the horrible things. No, just make me bulletproof and I'll fucking handle biz. Like
You're basically talking Turtles level universe, right?
slurf. What?
You're talking Turtles level universe.
Huh?
That didn't make it more clear.
Did he say turtles?
I wouldn't mind being a Ninja Turtle. That would be a life dream. One punch.
Yeah, I mean one. Yeah, like there's the easy answers, like oh, you like to be One Punch Man. Yeah, everyone would like to be One Punch Man.
That'd be
But,
the
like,
best.
the downside to him is that he's bored by being himself. Like he's just bored in his own universe.
Trapped. Maybe he'll punch his way out. Fight Goku or something.
Oh man, they need to do that shit.
Yes, I said Turtles. One of the most fun role-playing games I played in where you get superpowers or quasi-superpowers was the Turtles universe, where you'd make up different things like that. It was a lot of fun. So
how was I supposed to know that?
What do you mean?
That you were talking about D&D.
You gave us zero context.
Yeah.
Until you just said that stuff just now.
Well,
I was like, what the fuck
I
is he
was running
talking
hot
about?
knives, guys, and I know you guys don't like the sound of the torch, so I was having to mute and just say short things. Sorry.
So we only get part of it, and we're supposed to just flounder out here.
But you said you wanted to be Luke Cage, right?
Yeah.
So Luke Cage would be very comparable with the Daredevils and that power level, right?
Daredevil's kind of sick, though.
That power level is very comparable with the Turtles power level.
Tim,
so I said Turtles level power.
Tim wants to be Iron Fist.
Iron Fist,
I don't
yeah.
wanna be Iron Fist.
Yeah, he does. He wants to be the worst of the defenders. He wants to be Iron Fist.
Nah, if I was to be any superhero in the Marvel universe, it'd be Iron Man. I want my superpower to be money.
But that's
Iron Man.
That's an up a tier though. We're talking entry level heroes is what I thought we were trying to go.
Yeah,
for,
we'll do entry first.
All right,
So-
entry level. I'd like to be like a basic fucking Soul Reaper from Bleach. I think that's pretty.
That's pretty sweet.
It's an anime. It's like even basic Soul Reaper powers are pretty boss.
I mean, that's cheating, but whatever. We'll let it go. Whatever. You know.
Yeah.
You get
Broken ass answer, but I get you. Fuck. I just want to be like a super samurai wizard.
Yeah, I want to be a super samurai wizard.
at first level.
His first
level
entry.
Okay.
Entry to the topic. He's
It
like,
sounds
I pick
you're like
a deity.
10th level at first level, but yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to roll. I'd like to roll for a 90-point build.
Luke Cage being pretty much bulletproof and super strong is at least a 4th or 5th level character too, right? So.
Well, we're not running it through the D&D prism of levels. I was just saying, like, as a topic starter, I'm saying, like, if I'm not like a crazy,
yeah.
I mean, flat. Oh, A-Train. Give me A-Train powers.
A-Train,
yeah,
super
A-Train,
speed.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Homelander.
And Homelander would be like fairly overpowered.
All right, so what upper level shit? Like what protagonist level?
I like Naruto. I like having like the beasts inside you with the little different powers and shit like that. I think that's pretty sweet. I mean, Goku would be boring.
What? I was thinking Goku.
Just be working out all the time, dude. That's his favorite fucking thing to do is just fucking fight people and work out. It's like, dude, this is boring.
That's all he does.
And eat.
But
Man,
I mean,
he eats.
It like upper level heroes that I can think of.
Don't be Batman.
Thor.
Thor's cool,
right? If I was to pick something from the Marvel universe,
yeah,
Thor or even Spider-Man. Spider-Man's underrated for what he can really do. Spider-Man can fight almost any of the superheroes to a standstill.
So,
Doctor Strange.
Up until 2 weeks ago, I probably would have said like a powerful character in Bleach. However, since I've seen Solo Leveling,
I've converted him.
Uh-oh.
Hunter Sung is unstoppable.
Yes.
And I would like his level of powers.
The ability to level up forever.
The ability to to have powers, like he's so Ali, just for
that's Goku's power. Ability to level up forever.
Goku has plot armor, it's different.
Yeah.
So basically Solo Leveling is about a guy who uses video game logic in the real world, or like RPG logic in the real world to like gain powers.
Okay.
So like
but there's also real monsters that attack the cities.
Right.
So
right. But he's a D&D character, but in real life. He has levels and experience and skills and all that.
More like an RPG.
More like an RPG. I would like that. That would be my Yes, power.
Okay, I haven't seen what you're referring to, but it like can other people see the monsters attacking them?
Yes.
Yeah,
The monsters
Okay.
are in fact real.
the
Monsters are in fact real.
it's like a
Okay.
normal city, but then like these portals open up, and if people don't go in the
And
portal,
monsters show up.
if people don't go in the portal and defeat the boss, then the portal won't close, and then they'll
So
get
there's
out.
lots of people with powers then too.
Yeah,
Yes.
thousands.
But in the universe of the show, their powers are set at a certain level forever. This guy is the only one that can increase his powers.
Oh, so everybody else is just kind of okay. This is my power, and this is what I can do. But he constantly gets stronger,
Yes,
and he's the only one, or maybe there's others, but we don't know about them yet.
exactly.
Okay.
So he's solo levels, and he has acquired way more skills than everybody else has even seen before. Like he's completely broken, and it's great.
Now I want you to picture the same type of thing, but nobody can see the monsters. Only you can.
That's Bleach, ain't it?
No, Percy Jackson.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All the demigods can see the monsters, interact with the monsters, and kill the monsters. Nobody else can see the monsters.
I mean, that is kind of Bleach, except like some humans have spiritual awareness, so they can see the monsters and the other spirit beings.
Yeah, some do.
Yeah.
Like the ones that were the mystics that could foresee the future and stuff like that could still see through the mists. Percy Jackson's mother, who didn't have any god blood, could see through the mists.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Right,
ooh.
so-
If you had to serve one of like the old pantheon gods, who would you want to be?
If you had to serve,
You know, serve them and then get their powers or whatever. Like be like, I'm blessed by Zeus, so I get lightning shit and all that kind of stuff. So who would you
Son
want
of
to?
type of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think I already said that with Thor.
Let's see, pantheon gods. Yeah, no, that's too reckless. I was gonna say Ares, but that's reckless.
I'm going with Dionysus.
The wine god.
Yeah. Just sip a little sippy sip. You know, everybody relax. No, we're not
Yeah.
getting excited.
Is there like a god of being chill? Because
Yeah, the chill god.
Yeah.
Honestly, Loki's not too bad. I feel like god of
Which
mischievous.
Loki? The MCU Loki or Loki? Because Loki is crazy.
Loki's a whole bit different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would do Loki.
Well, have fun killing your family and eating them and shit. Like,
Gotta have fun somehow.
Don't tell me what to do on my
somehow.
Thursday nights.
Dave says, "What about Fallout 4 World?
I never played that.
Have power armor and stuff?
The Fallout universe is
It's fucking dangerous. Like even just
Is there radiation?
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you just like die of radiation
and-
poisoning at some point.
and
Like
the technology is like gone. It's like every now and then somebody has power armor or something like that. And once again, everybody smells because running water isn't a thing anymore. It's all fucking gone to shit. Right?
right.
Like
I don't want to live in a universe where the nukes have already dropped and we're in the post-apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Miss me. Well, technically, Tim, how do you feel? You're 86?
Yeah. I'm not
86?
86 years
What?
old, no. But
Okay.
yes, I was born in that year.
Okay.
In the spring or in the fall?
In the summer.
When was Chernobyl?
Oh yeah. Well,
I'm just saying. I'm not saying I got hit with the direct blast, but that shit definitely wafted over, and I think I got superpowers. I mean, I've been glowing in the dark since I've been very young, and I can shoot that light out of my fingertips. But I don't think it was something I could really talk about.
And right now, you're about 70% invisible too. So.
Oh my god, it's happening again. See, I just can't. It just does that. Mystery Men. I would like to be one of the mystery men. It doesn't matter which one. I'll take the spleen.
Mystery Red.
The shoveler. And Kel's
Great
naked
movie,
ass.
though.
Kel's
Great
naked
movie.
ass.
All right, so I'll ask the last question here because we're almost done.
Because I'm hungry. I made dinner for my family, and then I came in here to hang out with you assholes, and I can still smell it.
Favorite fictional villain, and I stress fictional because there's a lot of real villains out there we're not going to talk about today. But favorite fictional villain, who's your favorite antagonist?
See, now, just to pick one of those, you're also picking the foil that he's up against, kind of too, right? Or that they're up against.
I mean, I asked the question that I asked.
Like the best villain in superhero fiction.
In anything. The best villain in any fiction.
In superhero fiction specifically, the best villain is the Joker. There is no other villain that quite stands up to what the Joker does and how he makes you feel.
I mean, Scar's pretty good.
So
from the Lion
King? From the Lion King, yeah, that's not bad too, but still.
I mean, it's Jeremy Irons.
And there's so many different iterations that make you go just a different way on each of them too. And I'm more referring to the one that was in the animated series, that Joker,
the Mark Hamill
Mark
Joker.
Hamill playing. Yeah. Oh my,
he's the best Joker,
right? So, yeah.
Mikey,
Killmonger.
The Black Panther villain, Killmonger.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
You get what you get.
I'm trying to think. I really want to say like Cell from Dragon Ball.
Oh, Cell is a good villain.
It is a good villain. Yeah.
Because like he's just an asshole the entire time. Majin Buu, that's a good one.
No, but still.
Turn to chocolate.
Out of all of the different Dragon Ball stuff that I've watched, yeah, the Cell series was my favorite because of Cell.
That's when we got to see Gohan not suck.
Yeah. So.
I also have a very stupid answer. The Monarch from the Venture Brothers.
I'm not familiar, but okay.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I got pressured into watching like 4 episodes of that, and the Monarch was definitely in there.
That was a good show. It was a good spoof on like Johnny Quest and all those like Hanna-Barbera like Adventure Kids cartoons and all that, like and it had some good voice acting. I like that show. It's got a crazy universe, but it's fun.
Oh, the bad guy from Demon Slayer. I forget his name. But he's he is scary.
I thought for a moment maybe Sauron from Lord of the Rings, but no, he makes way too many mistakes that I wouldn't have made. He ends up being like not a very good villain.
We do have a quick question in the chat, and then we'll end on this. If you could be any villain's sidekick, who would you pick? What villain would you work for? Who do you hench for?
Hench for
Killmonger.
Yeah, Mikey's all in on.
No, I think you'd be hench for Killmonger. You end up getting sacrificed because he doesn't care.
I would have been like Claw. What is love, baby? Don't hurt me.
I can't think of the guy's name.
I like Bushmaster too.
Oh, that is
from Luke Cage.
Okay.
I watched mostly the ones with black people in it. I watched those first, and then I watched the other ones.
you know what? Gus from Breaking Bad. I'd work at fucking El Pollo Loco.
Oh,
or
Gustavo.
Yeah.
Gustavo Fring. Oh, yeah, dude. I don't know. Gus is a good... Oh, man, that character. So good. Damn.
Yeah, I think Gus would be my... Because he's so cool under pressure, man. Like, I mean, he's ruthless.
Absolutely ruthless. You better not mess up.
But he's got like a nice management style.
Tim's like, I can get behind this structure.
I can get behind this criminal organization.
Mastermind.
I don't remember seeing him in anything.
I would be his sidekick.
Don't be Robin. Whatever you do not be Batman's sidekick.
Megamind, sorry. Megamind, not Mastermind. Megamind.
The blue dude?
Yeah. He's got the fish in the bowl that's got the gorilla robotic suit that he runs around in.
Inspector Gadget. I'll be his sidekick.
He's not a villain.
Not to you.
Villains.
Not to you, he's not.
Mikey had a very different childhood.
Okay.
Did you know that Susie Carmichael is the voice of Penny?
Really?
It's Summer Cree.
Sure that is.
Oh man.
Summer Cree, that was her first acting gig. She was like 6 or something.
I maybe I changed my answer. Maybe I want to be like Shredder's like minion.
You're gonna be Bebop and Rocksteady?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, not that.
All right.
Oh, her name is Cree Summer. Why does I call her Summer Cree? Because I am a robot and my information was not incorrectly.
Yeah, God, what are you, AI?
What are you, AI? Good joke. This is put that up there.
All right. Well, I think it's time for us to go home.
Dr. Frankenstein's sidekick, because then you'd be Frankenstein's
Then you'd be set on fire.
Yeah, right? By the villagers who came to set you on fire.
That's right.
Barbecue your ass.
So like and subscribe, and there's more Q&As on Patreon if you want to listen to us do Q&As. There's more on there. So patreon.com/thebinpodcast. Yep. There's a free tier, or if you feel generous and loving and you want us the most, give us money.
Yeah.
Give us money.
We're gonna buy a bobcat.
We're gonna buy a bobcat with it. Because apparently that's what you do.
And then we're gonna do dumb stuff with a bobcat.
But in all actuality, you'll just help cover some of the cost of all the different streaming services that we have to have, so I don't have to pay for it out of pocket all the time.
We have a blurb where we say you keep the lights running and all that, and literally that's what funds this stream. So
I got you. Hold on, Sam. This Ben Podcast Network production is brought to you by our patrons, whose continued support helps keep the lights on. So thank you, Russell, Hayden, Ollie Man, Dig on America, LeClaire Vert, and tons of mice. Thank you. We love you.
And if you subscribe on Patreon, Mike, you'll have to read your name on every show too.
That is accurate.
Yep.
Or I'd have to update the blurb, and then Tim has to do it.
Exactly. Also, alternatively, you could just like put one of our playlists on YouTube in the background and just like listen to it for hours and hours and hours.
To our watch hours. That's all we're short to get monetized.
We're so close. We're so close. But yeah. And I just to answer a question that was asked a long time ago, I wouldn't mind living in the Assassin's Creed universe. Just putting that out there.
Really? Assassin's Creed universe?
If I was an assassin.
Yeah, if you were assassin.
Well,
okay.
You better roll in that 20, Tim. Or you're just gonna be walking down the street and somebody brushes past your shoulder and then stabs the fuck out of you.
There was no mention anywhere in the question that you were the main character in the universe. You just lived in the universe.
Okay.
Oh my God. I'd like to live in Star Wars. What? Oh. Alderaan? No.
So
that's true. I could end up being just some random dude that, like you said, I just get stabbed for no reason.
So
you're just driving a forklift on the Death Star when it blows up.
90% of the Assassin's Creed spots people are smelly. Holy fuck.
That's true. That's true. I mean, it's all like, it's all feudal era.
It's all stinky.
Yeah.
It's all stink.
Anyway.
Taco time.
Thanks for watching the show. It's taco time apparently. And we'll see you later.
We love you.
Cheers.
Being an assassin would be badass though.
It would.
We do not care.
And that means I get to be a Jedi now.
I love Tesla.
See, if Ollie can be a space wizard, I can be a samurai wizard.
Yeah, yeah.